All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I know it's been a while, about 2 or 3 months, but I'm here today with the great Tone the Boss. Tone, how are you?
Hey man, I'm feeling great. Working hard as always, and 8 days away from the IMA. So
That's
yeah,
right.
pretty
That's
excited,
right.
nervous, and overwhelmed at the same time.
No, I feel you. I feel you. I'm doing a million different things at the same time. New music videos, going to Chicago next weekend. And then trying to get back for music awards. We'll see about that, but hopefully I'll make it. Who knows?
We'd love to
But
have you for sure.
yeah, for sure. I'm super excited for that. So just kind of rolling off the first question, really easy stuff, and it's like, so you've been a staple in the Iowa hip hop community for a long time.
Thank you.
Can you take us back to those early days of that journey?
Yeah, well, I appreciate the staple compliment because I
Yeah.
still feel like I haven't done enough yet. But I will say I've definitely put in work for quite some time now. Back when I started music at like age 14 out here, I was part of a group called Big Bang, and we did a lot of amazing things. We worked with a lot of great people from Wiz Khalifa to Nate Dogg to people affiliated with G Unit and Young Money back in the day. And we had some big mixtapes. We were all over the internet on major websites and going viral before going viral was a thing. So put in work for quite some time. Got older, got jobs, had kids. So kind of put music on the back burner. But we still had the knowledge and experience. So with that knowledge and the connections we had, I started my own company, T1 Entertainment, which allowed me to help artists and share my knowledge and the like I said, network that I had built up as part of Big Bang and my group. I was able to help other artists. We've got artists that will start with us that may only have one song that ends up having multiple albums or even making a living off of music. We got artists that get, big offers and end up moving to different cities and states. And we've got artists that are working with us that are now collecting plaques for a certain amount of streams or hitting huge accolades and working with celebrities and getting offers from major labels. So, um, I try to make an impact. I try to give back as best as I can. Even my group, Big Bang, started as a hip hop group, and now we're a nonprofit organization. So we're all about giving back to the community and helping Iowa as best we can, which eventually led to what we are looking forward to now is the Iowa Music Awards.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's always good to hear that you're always giving back to the community and just helping anyone who wants to make music?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So what originally inspired you to do all of this? Like at the age of 14 too.
It's kind of weird. It's almost like reverse inspiration because
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I had to learn all this stuff on my own. I had to learn
Right.
graphic design, web design, booking, managing, promotion, distribution, branding, all these things I was learning as a kid. Didn't even realize like I was learning. I was just, after it, just the hustle, the music, the rush. At that time, maybe we would have liked to get an offer for a deal at age
Yeah.
14. As you get older, you realize that independence is likely the way to go for some people. That's
Yeah.
what I prefer at this moment. But as a young kid, I learned how to build a business and be a brand instead of just an artist. So with all that behind me, it's kind of like when I started T1 Entertainment, I didn't come back to rap right away. I started T1
Yeah.
because I never had the experience where I could just be the rapper. I never had the experience where it was just about the music. I just got to show up to the studio, record, and leave. Like, no, we had to do everything, every job, every bit of research, every bit of networking that we could possibly think of. And I wanted to give artists the experience because at one point, like I said, I took like 7 years off of music, and it's like I,
Mhm.
I lost the love for the music. And I,
Yeah.
I had my daughter at the time,
Yeah,
so
of
it's like
course.
that was my
Yeah.
only love
That
really
that
was
happens a
my
lot
kid.
more in the music
Yeah.
industry than people realize. It's actually
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then like as she's gotten older, she's heard some of my old music and basically asked me to get back into music. So, she kind of was replaced music, and then she also pulled me back into music, and I'm showing her the hard work behind it. So, It started with just overworking myself as a kid to like let me help these artists that shouldn't have to overwork themselves. Let me give them
Yeah,
the opportunities I didn't have and to just be the artist. And now that I'm back into music, like I said, thanks to my daughter and also thanks to I went through a really rough patch during 2020, the pandemic year,
yeah.
like beyond my whole life changed from losing a job to I walked away. I didn't actually get fired, but walking away from my
All
job,
right.
the pandemic itself. I went through a divorce,
Oh man.
navigating being a single parent. It was a lot of changes, and music saved me and helped me get through that time. And then my songs started getting picked up by big sports organizations like the WNBA to the NBA to the NFL, and most recently, my
Yeah.
favorite, the WWE.
Yeah, that's just crazy. It was ring, 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 right? Like, give me
Yeah,
my
yeah.
ring, give me my
Yes, give
dude.
me
That
my
was
ring.
like, though, when I first heard about you. So I got in through Tevin, right? And
Yeah,
then Tevin just showed me around everyone in the community, and it was just such a like it's such a great community. You've helped build, and everyone's just so amazing, and we all just want to help each other. But the crazy thing is, like, Tevin was like scrolling through his phone, and it's like I see you like with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm like. Huh? Like what? Wait, this is in Iowa, right? Not like
You're right.
Chicago. All right.
And what's crazy, like I was born in Chicago, so
Oh yeah,
moving,
that's
but
right.
I champion Iowa. Like Iowa's my home. This is where I want to
Hmm.
raise my kids. I love
Yeah,
this.
born and raised, baby.
Yeah, so but the Kansas City Chiefs stuff, that wasn't even Give Me My Ring. That was a sequel song called Victory Lap.
Okay.
Um
Yeah.
and that came about through there's always luck, and
Mhm.
I'm big on God. So there's my faith, my beliefs, my being in tune with the universe, and I'm really big into manifestation. So
Mhm.
we did Give Me My Ring, and this guy that I linked up with, he like congratulated me we before we even knew each other. He reached out like, hey, I just want to say congratulations on that accomplishment. I would
Yeah.
love to get you out to the studio, and let's see what we can make.
Yeah.
And let's do something bigger. And I'm like, what's bigger than the NBA? And he's like, the NFL. And then he's like, let's play the Super Bowl. He's like, let me play this beat for you. It's called Victory Lap. And that way you're going around your lap.
Oh shit.
He plays the first beat he plays for me. We make the song and we say we're gonna get this to the NFL. And at that time, I didn't care if even just one player heard it, let alone how big it got and getting used by the Super Bowl. It doesn't get bigger than that, and that's what we manifested. So, yeah, like I said, there's some luck because I would
Hmm.
say the luck out of it isn't on my side. I've been consistent. I've been working. I
Hmm.
know what I wanted. The luck is that Kansas City Chiefs won.
That
And so the
was
people that
very
I
convenient.
networked with,
That was
yeah, the
very.
people that did the Give Me My Ring video just so happened work for the Kansas City Chiefs. Like yeah, I mean, a lot of things lined up to get me in the position that I'm in now. And, later down the line, we got the WWE stuff. And like, I make
Mhm.
music for a living now. I make anthems for a living. I do about two, three
Yeah.
anthems a week that I get paid for. And, rap isn't like streams don't pay us jack, like nothing, like less
Yeah.
than a penny. I think it's like
Yeah.
a third or a tenth of a penny every stream you get.
Yeah.
So now that I have a way to not only get paid from just doing the music, which is
Hmm.
beautiful. I'm beyond blessed.
Yeah.
But I also put these shows together where I give artists an opportunity to make money off of ticket sales or merchandise sales
Yeah,
or
of course.
but we get paid off of our shows now. So it's like I found a way to get everybody paid. I tell everybody like you need clean music. I help
Hmm.
them get their music registered. We've got
Yeah.
radio stations we partner with that'll play it, and it's all
Yeah.
about building this network and community and helping each other.
Yeah. It's crazy. People always like come up to me because I'm very young. I'm 22 here. And like people like my generation, we don't drink or do anything. And it's like, well, Ben, do you drink? I'm like, nah, once in a while. Well, do you smoke? Not really. And it's like, well, what do you do for fun? Bro, I listen to music every night, day and morning. I listen on the car ride in the gym. It don't matter if it's from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. It don't matter.
Yeah.
It's like it is like its own drug. To,
Oh
to
yeah,
me,
it
that's
really is.
my drug.
I'm addicted to music and
No,
I'm addicted to
seriously.
work.
I
Like
I'm in
I love the work. I love everything that goes into the music and the business side. Like I said, there was one point where I fell out of love in it because it's just like we
hmm
worked harder than the success we were receiving. We weren't
yeah.
when we were a group, we weren't getting paid from music like
No.
anything, and we kept
I
just
don't get
sinking the
paid for music.
company.
I just started.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally probably like this year or the last 2 years that I finally started getting paid. And if I
Yeah.
went through all my accolades, you think I was rich. And I'm like, I'm able now, thank God, to be able to pay my bills or whatnot.
Yeah.
I haven't had to work a 9 to 5 for about 5 years now. Um, but yeah, and I'm helping other artists get paid. I helped probably three, four, maybe five artists get
hmm
over like 15, 20 grand in just grants in the last
Jesus.
2, 3 months.
Two, three
So
months?
yeah.
What the
So
fuck? I thought you said 2, 3 years.
like
Like,
I
what
didn't
the
know we done with this
fuck?
podcast and maybe we can't, but
God
I said
damn,
that
Mr.
you're like, what the
Millionaire over here.
so it's I'm
That's
still
insane.
figuring it out, but I'm not just figuring it out for me. I'm trying to
hmm
figure it out for everybody
Yeah,
that wants my help. And I think the music awards is another great way to do that. I think
absolutely.
with artists, especially like honestly, hip hop artists sometimes need it the most. They don't know where the best studios are in the state. They
hmm
don't know how to get producers that are in town and not buy off of YouTube or BeatStars. Like I want to
Yeah.
connect these people. And even I'm so excited for a friend of mine, Cold Saint, who's in Indonesia performing right now.
Yeah.
He's connecting for the first time with a rock band from I believe it might be the Cedar Falls area, and they're gonna
Damn.
do a mashup of music at the music awards, and it's like their first time really getting together, and that's what this is about, networking.
Damn.
Now I hope they all get in the studio and make some music or an
Yeah,
album
of
together or
course.
something. But even if they don't, and this is the only thing, like we get that moment at the music
Mhm.
awards, and I know the performance and the music is gonna be amazing, but it's like seeing that experience and the connection, and this is like proof of concept that it
Mhm.
works. This connects people.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just crazy. Music really brings people and the community together, all from all around the world, actually. I've done interviews from England, France. I mean, like all these different people from all around. It's just crazy
Yeah, I
how much
wanted you to see
people.
the studio. I hate that we're zooming
Yeah.
and we're both in Cedar Rapids, but I like your setup. So,
Yeah,
and I
this
didn't
is
even
brand
have
new.
some
You are the
lights to
first
do it.
one to
So
see this. This is
it
like, and
looks
it's still
cool.
like half-assed, but like all I got is the hinterland poster in the background, but that's about it. I gotta figure this whole setup here. I'll get that later. But mo moving on to the next question. Obviously you've done a lot, like a lot. The last long time. But what would you say, like, which accomplishment mean the most to you personally? What would you say is your best accomplishment?
And and it's cool because it's also personal. But it was just this I think about last week now, maybe I think just a week ago. I got invited out to Orlando, Florida for the WWE, and it's something that I mean I got the footage back, which I didn't expect, and then that's why I say it's personal because it's not like it's not televised. It's almost like a tryout or an audition. And before even getting, and I did get feedback that the higher ups really loved it, and they want to do more with me. So I mean, that's an accomplishment in its own. But being in the moment that I got to perform a song that I made for the company that I spend. I spend like 9 hours a week just watching wrestling. There's a game on my phone that I play almost every day, all day for the last 10 years. That's a wrestling game and is doing the research on the business. And when I've wrote my music, it's always been inspired by the WWE. When the NBA would give me my ring got over 2 million views, and it was like, that's cool, but I don't watch
Crazy.
basketball like that. NFL, that happened. I don't watch football like that. You know what I
Mhm.
do watch and
Yeah.
have been watching since I've been five? Like my mom, she used to buy me every wrestling. We couldn't go to a gas station without her buying me a
Holy
wrestling
shit.
toy. But my first time doing something illegal, I got caught stealing wrestling cards at a
Oh my.
quick trip.
bro.
So wrestling
Like
has
a
been my
baseball
entire
cards.
life. I own like 10 wrestling belts. It's not embarrassing to me, but I wasn't very vocal about it. So to get a call from them, not like just, I mean, seeing that they're using a song, all those are the
Yeah.
hugest things, but getting a call from them, going out there, performing my song in front of not fans, but like the other wrestlers. They knew the
Hmm.
words. It was one of my only performances where I wasn't nervous. I always get some kind of butterflies or
Yeah.
like, what if I mess up or
Yeah,
this?
of
And
course.
it felt so real and natural. There wasn't a stumble, a fumble, a mistake. And even them telling me I'm not able to take pictures or video and share this, that was something super personal to me that I was beyond proud of. Not only did they say, "Hey, this is so good, we're going to send you the footage, just don't share it on social media," but I
Yeah.
showed it to my mom and she cried and she's like, "I'm not trying to take credit, but remember I used to buy you
Yeah,
toys." I'm
buying
like,
all
"Yes,
those
I
damn
do.
fucking
Take
toys and
credit
shit.
because this is where it led and this is beyond a dream. I'm not like getting paid crazy money from them or anything
Mhm,
that's life
no.
changing or nothing like that right now, but I feel like maybe this will lead to it. And even if it doesn't, I work with the company that
Hmm.
I've adored and loved for so long, and it's one of those accomplishments where, like, I would say, even for giving me my ring, like I put in the work.
Hmm.
I don't want to say I deserve something, but I definitely feel like I earned that. With
Yeah.
this WWE stuff, all I did was love this company. I
Yeah.
didn't email everybody my song. I didn't have inside people. I didn't travel to like I've been to plenty shows, but I did it's when you love something and you put it in the universe that you love something so much, it has no other choice but to eventually love you back. And
Yeah.
that's my proudest musical accomplishment.
Yeah, it's like you said. I mean, you put the work in, eventually the work is going to come back to you. I mean, it's all about consistency, and that's just such a true statement. I mean, you're not going to pop off almost immediately, but yeah, it's just like you said. I mean, eventually it's going to come back to help you. So, I guess my next question is like, what's something behind the scenes that people might not realize that takes a lot of work in what you do?
Man, I'm starting to think it's the music awards, and it's like I think they see how big and massive and amazing the production is on the music awards. But I mean, I'm talking to over 300 people almost weekly on different communications and making this thing come together. I'm investing money I don't have. I find it. I get it. I make like this is such a thing that's again I'm big on God. So this is such like God wants me to do this. There was nothing before this. This is bigger than me. If somebody does come along, I wouldn't even be standoffish. Like, hey, if you want to take over, if you have a better way, like, but right now this is a position he put me in, and I know my intentions are pure. This is about everybody else, and this is also my way of giving back because I have been extremely blessed with music, and I wouldn't have what I have or be where I am without Iowa, without the people of Iowa. Like this is without a doubt, I can prove that. And then, it's like originally born in Chicago, I doubt I'd still even be alive right now if I stayed in Chicago, let alone so like the good life that I'm living and with my kids and family. And, I got my family to move out of Chicago to be here
Mhm.
because I was able to show them a better life and better
Yeah,
opportunities. So it's like, yeah, man, I got to give back. I just have to. It's
yeah,
not, it's just the right thing to do. But the work that goes into it isn't normal for one person to do. I don't have a staff. I can't honestly. It's more of a financial thing. I can't afford to hire a social
yeah.
media team. This, that, and the third. So I'm making the graphics. I'm doing the posts. I
Mhm.
have an academy of 25 people that thank God they volunteered to be a part of this. We
Mhm.
have 9 different performers that are most of them are paid for gigs and they volunteer to be a part of the Iowa Music Awards to make it the biggest event it can be. And then we get venues and we got so much that goes into it. It's a lot, but it ends up working out. And we all have a good time. But yeah, that's something that I don't think people quite grasp that it's kind of just me
Yeah.
doing all this.
Well, I appreciate your efforts, and I was gonna mention this later in the interview, but I might as well just add it right now. If you need help with social media and stuff, I mean, I'm working as a graphic designer right now, so like if you need help with like even like you have a new song for one of your guys out of the 300,
Yeah,
and you got a new song coming up. And you need just a graphic, like just right on the top, just send me a quick little sample of it and
yeah.
just like say like, hey, like we got this new song coming out. Can you get me like a little graphic just for the intro? I'm more than happy to help you out with that, and I got some other people that could all help you out as well, for
That would
free.
be amazing. I really, really appreciate that, and I could
Yeah,
definitely use the help. I love the poster you did for Baby Mexico. Like,
yeah, no. So
he's
that's what
one of
I'm
my
saying. It's like
younger guys.
there's
Yeah,
I got a
I could
camera.
definitely,
I got a
yeah,
camera.
I could use one of those. We just me and one of my good friends, we did our very first song together when we were 14. Me and my friend Ike or Ike Midas.
Yeah,
We just dropped an album yesterday on Halloween called
yeah.
Champions, and
Oh my
yeah,
fucking god.
physical poster, anything like that, promoting that would be
Bro, you
amazing.
have no idea. When I saw that promo, like that little, where did you film that? Where did
Uh,
you film that?
I wonder if you're thinking of To the Max,
It was
which
probably
we
to the
had like
max.
four different locations. So I got a gym that I'm partner with, Diplomat's Gym. So we shot some footage there. Studio 81, they sponsored some
Okay.
stuff. Absolutely amazing video production studio
I
in Cedar Rapids, a hidden gem a lot of people don't know about. And then Sanctuary Pub in Iowa City. They've allowed us to come in there and do our music and showcase talent. They're awesome, great place. And it's somewhere that's overlooked in Iowa City because it's not like the Ped Mall
you
area.
you filmed this
So,
in Iowa.
oh yeah, everything's filmed in Iowa.
What the fuck? Where is this place? Like, I
I
need
will
it.
show you
I
these
need it. What
places.
do you like? I
Yeah,
was
and
like,
that's
okay, did these guys go to Chicago or
nope,
something? Like put a
all
they I'm like,
here.
oh, that's a very expensive background. Like the coloring baground. I'm like, guys,
At
that's like some
Infinity
high
Wall,
production kind of
right?
shit.
It is. I will gladly take you there and show you it's really easy to book. Shout out to Rob
Shoot,
Decora, Ajax
I'm gonna
Media.
start writing this down.
Yeah, yeah. I'm an open book. You can have any resource I have. Like I am
Yeah.
very anti gatekeepers.
Mhm.
That's something I dealt with a lot. That was also discouraging in the music is people like hiding information that's easily accessible that can help you get farther. I don't believe in that at all. Um, and I mean, I also am a business though. Like there are some things that you should pay for, but I'm also very lenient. And if you tell me, hey, I can't afford it, but I can tell you need it, I'm gonna figure it out with you. And
Yeah.
there's exchange of services, but there's never gonna be you gotta pay me to know this, or I can't tell you who does that. No, like I said, Studio 81 is right here in Cedar Rapids. It's in the
Mhm.
Armstrong building on Second Street. They got a great website. Book that
Wow.
place. Like, I need that
Shoot.
place to stay open for me and my artists. So them free helps
Shoot,
me and
you
my
might got a
people
deal there. You might
eat.
got
And then, like I said, the gym and Sanctuary Pub has the best these like crab wonton tacos. Like I would leave Chicago to come to Sanctuary Pub in Iowa City and try these crab wonton tacos that I've never even heard of. And they're so good. Like they're amazing, and it's just a great place. And the fact that they let us come and do open mic and express our art
hmm
on a stage and feel important, and we've given out hundreds and hundreds of dollars to artists just because they came and opened up and showed and shared their art. It's just a great place. I want to shout out Yara that runs that place. She is just such a giving person and has such respect for the art and our culture, and it helps elevate our people. And she's paid a lot of artists their very first time getting paid for doing their music.
That yeah, that's awesome, man. That's crazy. You know, you mentioned before that there was a time where you had to take a step back from
Mhm.
music.
Mhm.
So like now with everything you're doing, it's just crazy. Like what keeps you motivated to keep doing these new projects and like the local scene and stuff?
My daughters, for one, music is how I provide for them now. So
hmm
it's a great feeling, but it's also now it is for them. You know, my oldest daughter asked me to get back into it. Me and her doing some songs together is my favorite person to collaborate with. But also my friends collaborating with them. Like I said, Ike Midas, we dropped the Champions album. Our very first song together was a song called Dreams. And then our biggest song that went viral was Give Me My Ring, where we talk about living on the road, outliving our dreams. So it only made sense to make it all full circle. And 20 years
Mhm.
later, we drop an album together, and it's called Champions, and it's nothing but anthems. And I it's not explicit. Like I don't want to say, oh, it's clean. It's like we weren't trying to be like it's not churchy, it's not like preachy or anything. It's all anthems. These are bangers.
Okay.
We found a way to make it non-explicit, and I think that's really fun as a challenge because like I'm a my favorite version of rap is gangster rap. So getting
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
that
No, no,
and
I
just
get it.
having
Same.
fun with bars and still find a way to keep the music clean. I think it's just really cool and challenging a friend to do the same and we made 10 bangers for everybody to enjoy. Um, but I also have like a T1 All Stars album with my guys, Classic Silence, Ike's on that. Me and Tevin are TNT. We have our third project coming up. A friend of mine out in Des Moines, Entre Luche, me and him have a project, and it's just I love collaborating with people. They bring the best out of me. I hope I bring something better out of them. And then I get to learn from them and how they promote and how they work and how I can grow and then how I can relay that to other artists. And then I got artists that I'm managing like Maddie Block Bay, Baby Mexico 210, D Meech, and then August Gonzalez. I did a trial of management with her, and in that trial, I was able to get her shows, get her grants. She's hosting the Iowa Music Awards, so I just want to bring opportunities to people and help people network, collaborate, grow, and maybe make some money, but continue to do what you love, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. That's just wonderful to hear and stuff like that. So let's talk about a little bit about the new album Champions. Like what's the story or message behind it? I know you touched on it earlier.
Yeah, yeah. So again, it's me and Ike Midas and a new moniker, and I want to shout out my boy Chuck. A new moniker that I'm gonna own is Tone the Boss, the voice of champions.
Okay.
Um, like outside of the album being called Champions, as
Yeah.
we mentioned, Give Me My Ring was used by the Chicago Sky, the WNBA champions, and the NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. And then Give Me My or Victory Lap was used by Kansas City Chiefs when they won the Super Bowl. The following year, or it might have been a couple years later, the Eagles ended up using Showtime as a song. And then the WWE's now using Showtime as a song and then they used it for SummerSlam, and then my wrestler shout out to WWE superstar Anthony Luke. He's a champion in his own right, so um, yeah, I want to be known as the voice of champions. I look at me and Ike. I'm self-proclaimed kings of Iowa. Like, I want to token this place. A lot of people come here, and like I could easily just say I'm from Chicago, but like, no, I want to be the champion of Iowa. And I want to even, oh, what's Iowa? And it's like, let's make it something. Something I'm saying every single interview I do is I used to say somebody should do something. Then I realized I am somebody. So with this Champions album, it just felt right with me and Ike. That dude, his pen game is insane. Like he just writes and writes like it's fast. He one takes everything. Doesn't second guess his music. So it challenges me to make myself a better artist. But it's also something he deserved. He had album of the year. I believe it was last year, a
Yeah.
couple years ago at the Iowa Music Awards, and also it won Lyricist of the Year one year. So those are the people that you want to make music with, and make an album with, and it just makes sense. We just work really well together. We push each other. He definitely holds me accountable and makes sure that I'm ready every single Wednesday to either record, plan, drop something, promote. Um, and that's kind of the type of people I need to make me better and move forward. Um, but it's just also just great music. I'm a huge fan of his, so getting to work on a project together and how easily we work together just makes the most sense. So that album is encouragement, it's motivation. I want people to play it while they're in the gym.
Mhm.
And also something I don't even know if I said it to him, but I love that almost in every song he finds a way to shout out his parents, which he lost in the last couple years,
Oh,
both his mother and his father, and he finds a way to honor them and kind of be a champion for them. So that feels great that we're able to do something that honors people, encourages people, and just something we enjoy. It's great music front to back. We even have "Give Me My Ring" on there as a bonus record.
Yeah.
But me personally, I just wanted to make sure that he got all his splits and everything, so it's on a project of his as well as mine, and we just keep on building and growing. And this might not be the last album we do together. There might be a series. Maybe we will do one more explicit, or maybe we'll do something that's more party. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's good to hear stuff like that. I think you might have accidentally looked at like all my interview questions before this because pretty much you answered all five just
Yeah.
within that one conversation. I don't know how you did
I'm,
that, but I'm like scrolling through, I'm like man, what am I gonna talk about now? You're
I'm
throwing me
noticing
under the
I'm a
bus.
talker. Like in this last
No,
week, this
that's
is
great.
probably
That's
my
great.
seventh interview. So I'm like, dang, I got to give him opportunity to ask
Well, yeah, at
questions.
least you know what you want to talk about.
For
So,
sure.
I guess we should just move on, I guess. Um, so you played a big role in the Iowa Music Awards. Can you talk about how that event came together? What started the whole Iowa Music Awards?
Yeah, I would say I wrote a plan back in like 2012. Yeah, about in
Damn.
2012. This is after music and before I started T1 Entertainment. So I wrote
Hmm.
this plan to do these Iowa Music Awards, and it was the year we had got kind of out of music, or we're trickling away from music as a group. Big Bang. We had dropped our last album, Bang Gang, and I had dropped my Boss Life album, and it was like, okay, well, now like we did all this work and had all these accomplishments, and no trophies, no awards.
Yeah.
Now it's like, do you remember who we are? 10 years later, and it's like we don't have the accolade of best hip hop group in Iowa, or best single, or best collaboration, or best mixtape. Nothing. Um, and it's like it's discouraging.
Yeah.
And then there's also like not a community that says this person is working really hard, or where are these resources, where are the other studios in town, the other producers. We had one producer, literally one, for 10 years, like maybe.
Jesus.
God, from me being 14 to like 24, I'd never worked with another producer or engineer. And like, shout out to Tony T, like my mentor, like that man definitely guided me, was the biggest role model, and saved my life and my friends' lives with the music. But that's a lot of work to put on one person, as well as we also just didn't know. I'm sure he
Mhm.
would have liked to collaborate, or he would have liked to, hey man, I just want to engineer, or I just want to make the
Yeah.
beats. But he had to be everything, and that's what motivated us to be everything. So, I wrote the plan for the music awards, how to bring everybody together, how to set the bar and set the tone. Like this person's the best in this genre and that. At one iteration, it started where maybe we just do hip hop, or maybe we just do the Cedar Rapids Music Awards.
Mhm.
Um, but with the lack thereof, after 10 years before I actually initiated that plan,
Mhm.
we knew the whole state of Iowa needed it. We knew
Yeah.
every genre needed it. Um, my network grew, and my love for the state grew, and the people I wanted to give back to isn't just a small community. I want to give back to the entire state. So yeah, we got the whole Iowa Music Awards now,
Yeah.
and it's on its fourth year. Year one we had 300 people. Year two we had 600. Last year we had 1,200. I in
Jesus.
that pattern, I don't want to be at 2,400. We managed to run the show with no incidents. We haven't had to have
How
security or
many
anything.
times does your
I want to
phone
keep it that
ring
way.
per,
Oh
per
God, it
day?
never stops.
It's just
And
like you turn on notifications for like 12 seconds. It's like ding, 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 ding.
I live in D&D, and people hate that I almost refuse to take phone calls. Like interviews, cool. Like we'll get
Yeah,
everything out there. But if you like call my phone, you're probably gonna get a text. Hey, text me. Like, oh, are
yeah,
you on another call? No, I just rather you text, so I can text multiple people at once, or
yeah,
continue
yeah.
to work while you're texting me.
Yeah,
So
that's I'm a big texter too. I do not really 100% like the phone calls because I could do, like you said, more stuff, while texting. Yeah. So like moving on, like what's your vision for the Iowa Music Awards? Is it like we're going to the Grammys in Hollywood next or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, of
it
course.
definitely it needs to get televised. I
Of
feel Iowa
course, of
artists
course.
deserve that. I do enforce that the music is clean, the speeches are clean,
Hmm.
everything is timed out. So yeah, it needs to be a televised event. I already want it to feel like the Grammys or the VMAs.
Yeah.
Like it's red carpet, the backdrops, a lot of press, a lot of photographers, journalists are already present for the event. So I want to keep it that way.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I think it's just gonna continue to grow. Like at some point it's gotta exceed me, and it's not just because like I want to give it away, but I also have my own dreams and aspirations and a lot of great things going on in my career. So I want to be able to pursue those, even if it's something where I leave in good hands and then come back to it, or just have, maybe some kind of input on how the show should go, or just give the blueprint to someone else that's got a staff and more resources and financial backing that I don't have, So, but right now it's for us, by us. The people come together to make this happen. It doesn't happen without the submissions, the votes, the social media posts. All that stuff counts and matters, and it helps raise awareness, and will continue to grow. Next year we're either coming back to Cedar Rapids or we're going to be at the Capitol in Des Moines.
Mm.
So that's just something to look forward to in the future, and we just want to continue to build.
Yeah. What advice would you give to an up and coming Iowa artist who wants to get recognized at this level of the Iowa Music Awards?
Yeah. So like for instance, if I was to go for hip hop artist of the year, if I felt that I really wanted that title and I had a full year to claim it, I would probably drop an EP or an album. I'd be
Mm.
consistent with shows. I'd network. I'd make sure I have at least 3 or 4 singles out in the year. I would drop visuals, whether it's reels or an actual music video. And then like I would make sure my social media reflects that I'm an artist. To be
Mm.
something of the year, I shouldn't have to find out that you do music. Like I
Yeah.
should be able to see that, when it comes time for fan votes, even if you're not gonna win the fan vote, at least have the people that believe in you, whatever fans or family or friends you have, tag you in a post. It doesn't cost anybody a thing to tag you in a post. So,
Mm.
kind of campaign for something like that. Um, and then, like, if it is just album of the year, there's some categories that will be subjective, but I look at, okay, did they market this album? What's their artwork? Did they make sure it's available on all streaming platforms? What did they drop it as a rollout, or did they just put something all together in a compilation? One thing that sucks when I have to disqualify people, or
Mm.
they may feel they get overlooked, is if it's album of the year, make sure it dropped this year. People are submitting albums from 5 years ago, and they haven't done anything with the album this year. So yeah, that's kind of, those are the things to definitely pay attention to. Please post this clip.
All right, all right, I got you, I got you, I got you. All right, put that in my notes. Um, so, is there like any future goals or tours or community projects you have on the horizon, just in the future?
Absolutely. I'll probably get in trouble for spoiling too much, but I absolutely am going to. We recently did 309 Fest out in
Yeah.
Galesburg, Illinois, and one of my business partners, who I also dropped an album with, is Shy Songwriter, and he's from the Illinois area, and we've kind of over the years bridged the gap between the 309 and the 319. Now we want to put it in the forefront. So we'll be setting up a tour,
Mm.
319 to the 309, or vice versa, 309 to
Awesome. Yeah.
319. So we'll be setting up a tour, kind of right around springtime. I'll be traveling, I think the end of this month, November, I'll be in Vegas. I want to go to one major city a month and
Mm.
throw a showcase and network with artists, videographers, producers, everybody in these different big cities, so they not only know who me and my people are, but also we have options to bring people that haven't been exposed to different markets, different audiences. Maybe they're the person that blows up in this city, or they are going to move there eventually and they need
Mm.
resources and connections, or they have family in these cities. So, this month is Vegas. Next month, I believe, will be Texas. After that, I believe we'll be in LA for the Grammys because we got a
Yeah.
Grammy considered song, me and my boy
I
Andre
know.
Lachey, called
That's
Mama
so
We Made
cool.
It. And that's something that's also just a huge deal that I never thought I'd achieve or have access to accomplish in my life. So, we got that coming up. March is reserved for South by Southwest out in Austin, Texas. Every artist should be there every year just to network.
Yeah.
Uh, April, WrestleMania is going back to Vegas, so is Tone the Boss. I'll be much better prepared this time. Last time I went and literally I had $0 12 hours before my flight was booked, crowdfunded. My flight, hotel, travel, food, everything was generated off one Facebook post saying, "Hey guys, the WWE not only has been using my music the last couple months, which has
Hmm.
been a dream, but the rest are using it. Invited me to meet them out at it's WWE World at
Yeah.
WrestleMania, and if anybody wants to donate, that'd be great. I
Mhm.
expected like $20,
Yeah.
max $100. And like I said, flight, hotel, everything was paid for
Yeah.
based off that one post alone. So
Holy moly.
again, this is my testament to why I owe Iowa, like why I will work
Yeah.
hundreds of hours to put together music awards to honor people. Even when I get, I see everything on social media and I get the
Hmm.
backlash and people think, oh, it's biased, it's rigged. I don't have time to rig it.
Yeah, I
I
don't think
don't,
you do.
no,
I
I
don't
don't
think
have the
you.
time to rig it.
Yeah, like 300 people to go through. Actually, 600 now. I think it doubles every
Yeah.
year.
So, it's pretty tough to rig something like that. And there's no favoritism, it's just submit. If you see people that I work with's name come up a lot. Some of these people I'm just now meeting from the music awards. I didn't know them before this, so there's no favoritism. I'm
Yeah.
doing what you should be doing. Network with
Yeah.
these people, and the people that's around me that submit for multiple categories. They don't look at how many categories they didn't get nominated in. You don't see those numbers. But people play the numbers. It's like playing the lottery. If I buy
Hmm.
20 tickets, maybe I'll win five. People play the music award game the same way. I'm
Yeah.
gonna submit for every category I could be eligible for, and I probably won't get all those nominations, but I'm probably gonna leave with something. So, there's ways to do it, and then there's ways to get free submissions from your Academy members, from the fan vote. Um, they showing up to the events and networking. Like, there's a lot of options with what we do.
Yeah. Well, I guess just to wrap things up, my last question here for you. What do you hope your impact on Iowa music culture will be when people look back years from now? What do you want to leave with your legacy?
I I appreciate that question, and I feel like I got an answer, but it also doesn't have to be me.
Hmm.
Another one of my favorite quotes is like, I may not be the person that changed the world, but I will be the person that sparks the mind that does. I'm okay with, at this point, my goal is to create an Iowa music industry. Now, should that all fall on me? Absolutely not. Like, if I am the person to do it, let's go. I'm ready for that. But I don't need it to be me, but there is a need for this. One of my first meetings with a label head from Universal and Sony Records, I ignorantly said the best way to make it from Iowa is to get out of Iowa.
Mm.
And honestly, at the time, that probably was a true statement.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And he's like, why would you not try to be the man of Iowa? Why would you want to
Yeah.
move to Atlanta and be a foreigner and not build motion in your own home? Why would
Hmm.
we even accept you? Or why should that be your strategy? And like, and at the time I got kids and stuff here and I
Yeah.
got all my friends and I own a home. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like I'm trying to escape instead of build. And a lot of people, it is hard out here with a lot of people with the crabs in a bucket mentality, but at the same time, it's because they haven't seen anything better. And when they felt that they were better, people didn't get behind them. And that's what the music awards is for. That's what T1 Entertainment is about. Like it's about collaborating. It's about empowering artists, showing them their full potential and helping any way we can. So, I'm really just trying to elevate people that not just elevate me, but I think about my kid. I want her to, or both my kids, if they want to pursue music, I want them to have good people, good resources with good business practices. And I feel like the way to get there is I'm working with, those her friends, her peers, parents, and
Yeah.
teaching them good business practices and helping them out. And I just feel like everything comes back around full circle. If I treat people good in my community will treat my kids good, and then we'll continue to grow and create better opportunities for everybody.
Well, that's great. That's good to hear. Well, Tone, thank you so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I gotta say, man, that was a lot. I gotta go through a
Yeah,
lot of
sorry if I
stuff now.
dumped
But
everything.
no, I'll do my best to edit this and make sure it looks good and all that good stuff. I'll send you some stuff. The goal is to get it all obviously all done before Iowa Music Awards coming up very, very soon. So got a lot to work to do. But thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate all that
Let's
you
work
do.
together some. I want to
Oh,
talk to you
absolutely.
music, some old school styles.
I know. Okay, so
I
let me
did
tell
get
you a
some
little bit about
AI
that.
stuff
Let me
that
tell
you're
you a little
not
bit
gonna
about that.
approve. You're
Okay,
not gonna approve this AI stuff, but I do think it sounds
I know.
amazing. And I want you
No,
to hear it,
I
but I would
get
love
it.
to
No, I
read
understand like the AI stuff because like you said, you're working with 600 plus people
it.
going to different cities every month,
Yes.
like doing a bajillion things all at the same time. You're probably gonna do something right after this. I guarantee it. Um, but so I do understand that, but I can help you with that. That's all I'm saying. But when it comes to, so I got an interesting thing. So I can't rap, I can't do all this other stuff. There's a lot of great people that can do it, but for whatever reason, I got the voice of Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Dean Martin, and probably more on there. But so that old school classic vibe,
Yeah.
and we're I honestly okay. Let me tell you a little story about me now.
Yeah.
So the whole reason why I started this was actually just testing. It's not
Okay.
even like for any credit or anything, just trying to show off. No, none of that. I'm
Mhm.
testing because actually the same weekend of Iowa Music Award, going to Chicago with my friend Noir to help him make a music video in Chicago. And we're gonna do this
What?
whole shebang thing. We're gonna do this whole it's gonna be a big, big, big production. Probably the biggest project I've had yet. So I'm very, very excited for that. That'll be
That's
coming out
awesome.
very soon. It's a lot different music. It's not hip hop. It's not rap.
Yeah.
It's
What
I guess
I
the
need
best
your
way to
email.
describe is
I
maybe
gotta send you
okay,
these AI
okay,
versions just so you get an idea. And that's what how I feel that it should be used is like this is like an example of
okay.
what we can do. But
Yeah,
I
no,
don't I'm
absolutely.
not gonna
AI is
put them on
great for
like
making
streaming
examples.
platforms. I'm gonna put it out on like just social media for
Mhm.
reactions and fun. But yeah, what's your email, Ben?
Oh,
Or send it on Instagram.
I'll send it to you on Instagram. I don't do email very well. I will put that out there, but I'll check it, make sure that
How
that's
about I text it to you?
there you go.
Text
There you go.
it.
That's so much better. But
Awesome.
all right. Well, I guess I'll wrap it up here. I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah.
Try not to be super busy. Have a good
That's
rest of
all
your day,
I know,
man.
man. Follow everybody at DJ Tone the Boss, at T1 Entertainment, at Iowa Music Awards. If you're interested in being a part of the music awards, if you need help with your musical journey, everything from recording, finding producers, networking, graphic design, um, everything. Like we want to help you, and we may not be the company to do it for you, but we know somebody that can. So
Mhm.
definitely reach out. I'm an open book, and I'm always working. So feel free to hit me up, Tone the Boss at DJ Tone the Boss on Instagram. And yeah, I do this for Iowa. Voice of Champions. Speaking of champions, the Champions album is out on t1entertainment.com. I want to put it out there before streaming platforms because streaming platforms don't pay their artists like anything. So, but yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, Tom, thank you. Appreciate it. All that you do. See you later, man.
All right, I'll see you. Peace.
Yeah.